In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. G'day everyone, and welcome back to the Building Empires podcast. We've got another NRL podcast for you today. We're going to be going over round 4, so before we get into it, let's roll that intro. Let's go. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. G'day everybody, and welcome to the Building Empires podcast. I'm your host Jace. You ready to talk some shit or what? Let's go. Yeah, nice. Hey, do you think it's gone lower?
Oh no, it sounds right to me.
Sounds right? Okay,
Nice,
cool.
nice.
Okay, cool. Anyways, g'day everyone. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm here with the bros, Kura, and the bro TJ.
Yo's up.
Ready to talk some shit about some rugby or what?
Let's go.
Well, if you tuned in to our last episode, we went over round 3. Literally, it's been such a pleasure to have rugby back. How good has it been, boys? Pretty good?
Mean, man.
Yeah,
mean.
definitely.
I just realised that we don't have a beer in front of us. Sorry about that.
We got work tomorrow.
Yeah. We're having a break. But yeah, so today's episode, we're going to be reviewing round 3, and then we're going to go into picks for round 4, and then we'll talk about some other shit later. So, mate, without further ado, let's get into it. So, first of all, round 3. So good to have rugby back. With all the games that happened, we noticed that the games were quicker, and then, some teams were able to capitalise. So we'll go through our tips quickly. So I'll start. Damn, I was so disappointed in my team. Losing to the Raiders. Oh, man, that... I got 6. I got 5 out of 8. If you include the Knights game as a win, then I got 6. But it's a draw, so yeah, I got 5 out of 8, so, which is not bad. It's not bad.
It is.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, well, the same as you, bro. I think the only other one that I didn't get right was the Warriors.
Yeah.
So that was probably a big upset.
Yeah.
Probably not just for me, a lot of us.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, well, fuck, what can I say? Daryl, don't you ever come at me for not supporting my team, alright? If you watch the game, I was right and we got pumped.
Even
That being said, though, whoever's playing the Cowboys this week, you guys should thank us because Tom Malola's out, so you guys got your work cut out for you.
Shots fired.
Man, hey, I love you, Tamalolo, bro. Don't listen to this guy. So yeah, there was lots of really good games on the weekend, especially the Knights and the Panthers coming down to the wire, and unluckily for the juniors or the rookies, they couldn't put it away. But our game of the week that we're going to talk about, obviously, man, the Warriors versus St. George, man. What a game, boys. Yeah. So what did you think about it, Kura?
Look, man, Warriors, they came out, hoping to win. I think a lot of people kind of doubted that they were going to take over the Dragons, but I think Dragons will be really disappointed in themselves just to come out like that and to just get pretty much walked off, pretty much demolished.
Yeah, true.
18-0, mate. When you're going home with a donut, you got a lot to talk about, man. So yeah.
What about you, bro? What did you reckon of the game?
Look, I agree with Kura. The Warriors came out ready to play. It's probably the most disciplined I've seen them. What was it, 46 completed sets from 48 or something?
Yeah.
What a team.
Yeah, big shout out to the rookies that came out and scored, man.
To Noah Brown.
Yeah, I just fuck that was a shocker of a game. I had no faith in the Warriors whatsoever, and for them to pull that off, man, big ups to them. Hopefully, it just gets better as the games go on.
And I'm the same. I'm in agreement with both of you. Man, all of us doubted the Warriors, man. And they literally proved us wrong. I heard a podcast, I forgot which one it was, but Roger Tuivasa-Sheck was getting into the boys, and he was telling them, man, it'll make a good story. What a good story if we could win, Yeah. And, man, it's put a lot of teams on notice that, man, the Warriors aren't here to muck around. They literally sacrificed the most, I guess, to be here. And I just can't wait to see how they go. But man, big ups to the Warriors team, all their coaching staff, and the whole company as a whole. Whatever the team, mate, big ups to you. Players of the week. Who's your player of the week, Kura?
Player?
Yeah, player or players?
Yeah, my player probably had to be one of their young guns that ended up playing for Newcastle on the weekend, centres, Bradman Best. He definitely caught my eyes, man. I wasn't really expecting him to pull out a few tries out of the hat, but yeah, he seemed to gel pretty well with the boys that were around him.
How old is he? Is he 18?
Yeah, he's 18, man.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking adult, eh? Shit chop too.
Yeah, he's definitely shown that he's a mature player, so yeah.
What about you, bro?
For me, I'm gonna have to go with Dylan Brown, man. Just that first game.
Man.
I'll help you out there. Yeah. Not only does he have a pretty cool haircut, but he actually held his own, especially after getting nailed by Courtney Staggs.
Yeah.
And then getting up after that, I thought it was gonna go off, but nah, he really did good for me that in that first round. So Dylan Brown for me, man.
Man, I like Dylan Brown this week, but no one impressed me more than George Williams from Canberra Raiders, man. And it was against my team too, but man, he showed that, you know, a running half dominates in this like nowadays with these rules.
Yeah.
He was all over. He picked us all over us. He picked us apart. Couldn't fault him that game. And him with Jack Wyden and running off C&K too. Man, they're too good.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Raiders definitely a team to look out for.
Yeah, definitely.
Any teams who are playing them, just be careful, man. Those boys, they muck around and they're ready to go. Then you have Papali, Horsburgh, Tarpenny.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're stacked.
Yeah, hard.
So so that was my player of the week. Should we get into the round, or do you want to talk about most improved player? You reckon? Most improved player.
Most improved, yeah.
I don't know any.
Yeah.
I think like everybody. I mean, first round back.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't really expect much.
Yeah, true. Should we save that to the next one?
Up to you, man. Up to
Yeah.
you.
So we'll go in a few rounds and then maybe we'll bring in the most improved then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through round 4. We have the teams here. So for the first game on Thursday, Broncos versus the Roosters at Suncorp. We'll start off with the bro. TJ, where are you going with this game?
Back in the Roosters on this one, especially after the Broncos getting pumped last week.
Yep.
Expecting the Roosters to come in strong to carry on their good form. Roosters for me, man. Roosters for the dub.
Easy. I think this is a pretty straightforward one, Kura.
Yeah, no brainer, man. No brainer. Yeah, Roosters should be the tougher outfit to come out. So, I know that Broncos got a few players out, so it should stop them from.
Alex Glenn went out straight away, eh?
Yeah, first half or half time, I think he went straight to the hospital. So
That's hectic, bro.
yeah, not a good run for the captain already.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with both of you. I'm going to Roosters. Man, you know how well Teddy played? Man, Teddy.
But it's typical though.
Yeah, typical Teddy. Man, there we go. Typical Teddy. How's that for a nickname? Oh, wow. John will love that. As much as I hate the Roosters, I'm back in the Roosters for this game. Yep. Broncos are missing too many key people. I don't think Darius Boyd or what's his name, Brody Croft and Milford have found that that bond yet for them to dominate. Yeah. And I think Turpin's doing a great job at hooker though. So once they gel, I think they'll get better. Yeah. Obviously, they're missing a lot of key forwards, so that's an important part of their team too. That moves us to the next game, which is shaking. Shit. Our next game is the Panthers versus the Warriors. So this is going to be a tough one. Yeah. So, Kura, where do you see this one going? Campbelltown Stadium too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Panthers. It's in Campbelltown, so it should help them out a bit. Man, it was a hard one for me to decide who was going to win. I wasn't sure whether the Warriors were going to turn up for this game or if they were going to have another performance that they did the week previous. So yeah, it was a tough one, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning to the Panthers, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. That's for sure.
Yeah. What about you, my bro?
I'm gonna have to back the Warriors on this one. Just
Don't take his tips, boys.
and I never say that. My family in New Zealand will probably be jumping up and down, but definitely the Warriors. Just that form that they came out with last week, that discipline. If they come into this game with the same mindset, same discipline, I expect them to get away with the W. Can't really. I think there's no real standout players for me in this team. It's just them as a whole unit. So if they can come out and do what they did last week, then definitely they should get up. But yeah, backing the Warriors on this one.
Nathan Cleary back? No.
I don't think so. I think it's 2 week ban.
2 weeks, eh?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
This one's a kind of a hard one for me. Man, I think the Panthers played well. Obviously, first game back, jitters probably got the best of them against the Knights. But I think I'm going to go with the Warriors on this one. I don't think I would have picked them, but the way Cody Nicarima played, him and Blake Green, you can't get away from that. And their forwards, young forwards, Alicia Katoa and Tanoa Brown, Jermaine, man, they did so well. Yeah. And I feel like they're going to feel way better about themselves or more confident, and they're going to carry that into the coming rounds. Nicarima star for me for that game. I'm going to back the Warriors for this game. I think the Panthers just got a few things they need to work on. Yep. Matt Burton will probably just get better and better as the season goes if he gets more game time. Mm-hmm. But with the team list, you have to back the Panthers. Anyways, I'm going with the Warriors too with the bro. So that moves us into we're getting good spots. Hey, Friday 7 o'clock, Friday 8 o'clock game. We got game of the week.
Letdown of the week.
We got the mighty Melbourne Storm against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I'll kick this one off. We're gonna polish them off easy. I think they were really rusty against the Roosters. I think Latrell was as the game went on, he was getting better and better at fullback. But I think they didn't have that much time to work on it, bond as a team. So I think the Storm, even though we got polished on the weekend, I feel like Bellyache would have ripped into the boys, and they're not going to do that again. So I think we're going to beat them, and I think it's going to be a big margin too. So, confidence, man. Which way do you want to go? Let's go Kura.
I think the Storm will win this week. They'll be pretty filthy about their performance against the Raiders, but Raiders came out playing really good. So I think Storm are one of those teams that always seem to back themselves up after a loss. So I reckon Storm will definitely take it out.
Oh, cool.
What about you, bro?
Jeez. I've already made the mistake of support backing the Warriors, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to back the Rabbitohs on this one.
Why? Is it because you like the colour green?
Remember what happened last week when you backed the
Rabbitohs? Yes, the Rabbitohs lost last week, but I think there's a lot of things that they can work on. They definitely would have taken away from that game. Latrell Mitchell, for me, is not a fullback yet, but he's showing glimpses that he can handle the pressure at being number one. Troy Dargan coming back as a starting half is a massive thing for me. He got his break last week and he did okay.
Hey, is he from your village? I think.
Nah.
Oh, I've seen him play with.
Nah.
Oh, I've seen him in a picture with other two boys.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, he must have played there a season or something like that. Anyway, anyone in the comments, if anyone watches,
or if you're related, or you Nicholas boys are number two, if you know one.
Yeah. Oh well,
calling you out.
Auntie Alpi said that's our cousin, Troy Dargan.
Was that your Auntie Alpi?
Bad. Bro, your favourite auntie from Sydney, bro.
You sure wasn't your grandpa?
My grandpa wouldn't say that.
Apparently related to him. Shit. Shot, cuz. Yeah. Have a good game on the weekend, cuz. He's gonna get smashed.
But Bunnies for the win on this one. So yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Love it, love it, love it. There's always a bit of controversy, you know?
Always.
Yeah, it's not bad, it's not bad. So, moves us to the next game. And this is going to be at Bank West. What a stadium. We got the mighty Parramatta Eels against Manly Sea Eagles. So, bro, you can kick this one off. Where do you think your bros are going today?
Well, I reckon they're going to take it out. No, it's definitely the game of the week for me, man. Both these two teams turned up on in round 3. They showed pretty much dominance against their opponents. So, it's definitely going to be a hard one. But man, I can't not back my team, man.
Are you both undefeated?
Yes. Oh, actually, I'm not quite sure. I think it was just us and Raiders last time I checked.
So, true.
I'm pretty sure they're up there.
Oh, yeah. So, they
lose
lost
one?
the game, yeah.
Yeah, they lost one.
True, nice.
They're going to lose another one too.
Shot Rissa.
I think that's why they won last week, because you brought that up.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm gonna do it again. I'm back in the Eels on this one.
Nice.
Just that performance against the Broncos, man. Like, Reid Marnie, bro. If he doesn't make rep teams in the near future, then fuck, a lot of people are missing out on him. But the dude is the real deal. Again, Dylan Brown. You know, you don't cop a hit like that and then just get up and walk it off like nothing happened. Back in the Eels on this one. Sea Eagles did really well over the weekend as well, but I just can't see them getting past the Eels. So, Eels for me, for the dub.
Nice. For me, I think I'm going to have to agree with the boys here. You can't go away from their form for last game. I feel like they're one of the teams that dominated with the new rules and stuff, or the new system.
Yep.
I'm happy that Murata Nukore gets to start again.
Yeah, bro.
If you think about it, he was off the bench. He was a late interchange too, I think.
Yeah.
To play, so he wasn't even meant to play the first round back last round, and he ended up opening with a try. So I'm happy that he gets to start. He's earned his spot definitely. But yeah, the pairings between Dylan Brown and Mitchell Moses. Dylan Brown, the way he played last week, that's the style of footy that suits the rules now. So you just can't get away from them. As the boy said, Reid Marnie dominated, and Clint Gutho actually surprised me too in the fullback position. So
Bro, what about Polo? What was it? Like 64 minutes non-stop?
Yeah,
He ran for a while, man.
I was telling Kura, it was mentioned that he could maybe possibly be a smoky to play Origin. So you never know. It'll be pretty mean to see him in an Origin jersey, to be honest with them. Need a big size though. Cunt's massive. But you can't go away from how Manly played, bro. Manly bloody dominated the Doggies. Well, anyone dominates the Doggies anyways. But yeah, so it's kind of hard. You got the Travojevic brothers, obviously with Daly Cherry Evans. It's really hard to pick, but yeah, for me, I'm going to go away just because of the form and the class that Eels showed last week. So that moves us to our next game, the night game for the Cowboys versus the Sharks at QCP Stadium. So where are you going with that one, bro?
I'm probably going to go with the Sharks on this one. I noticed last week that when the Cowboys played the Titans, that a lot of their momentum came off Tom Malolo. We were able to shut him down in that first half, but when he came back in that second half, he pretty much just ripped us to shreds. And I think missing that key forward, that one person that they can lean on to spark the boys, is probably going to be a massive loss for them. I'm going to back the Sharks, but I don't know. It's one of those games that could go either way. I mean, if the Sharks come in ready to play, on paper they've got a good team, and so do the Cowboys. But it could go either way. But I'll just stick with my guns and just go with the Sharks.
Nice. What about you, my bro?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with TJ. I think, the Sharks. I'm going to back the Sharks this weekend. I don't think there's going to be much in it, but I think from what I had seen from the Sharks the last game, they seem to be pretty good in the first half. They kind of switched off a bit when they came to the second, so hopefully there'll be a training working on their second half plays, and hopefully they can get over the line over the Cowboys.
Yeah, for me, well, I might go opposite for this game. So on this game, I'm going to tip the Cowboys.
Nice.
Only reason why is I think with what do you call it? Oh, Matty Mullen coming 6. To me, I think he didn't play a really good game the first game, and with Townsend out, I think they're pairing. Like, I could be absolutely wrong, and they bloody gel together and whatever. But yeah, I think that pairing might just they're too free, so no one's structured with them two. They play like a freestyle footy. That's where I think so it might be a downfall. I felt like their backs didn't play a good enough game for the game on the weekend against the Tigers. I'm happy that Toby Rudolph is starting in the 8. Fantasy wise, if you don't have him, get him. He'll make you some money. But all in all, I just think like the Cowboys didn't have a bad game. Don't say that against the Titans, but Titans are actually a formidable team, eh? So, I think they might outclass them. See how Drinkwater and Clifford goes. Hopefully, I think next week maybe the bro's back. I'm not really sure when he's back. Do you know when he's back?
Who's the bro? Maguire.
No, Maguire started.
Oh, Morgan,
13.
sorry.
Yeah, Morgan. Not sure.
Oh, yeah, I think it is next week that he probably play. I don't know.
So so hopefully when they're back, they'll get way more better. But I'm going the way of Cowboys, which is something different.
Just a quick shout out to Bronson Terry, bro. Man, I know I was talking highly of you last week. Whatever's going on, bro. Hopefully you bounce back. Looking forward to seeing you pull that jersey back on. But if you do happen to watch this, man, just know you still got a fan in me.
Oh, definitely, man.
Even if all your Shark supporters are against you right now, bro, you're still the man.
Man, last year I brought you in straight away, bro. Even no one even knew who you were, bro. I knew who you were, bro. Remember, for fantasy, I brought you in.
Man crush.
Bro, he's got the beak, bro. Have you seen his beak, bro? Oh, gee, that beak is the truth, bro.
Any comparisons?
Maybe Denton Kemp. That's the only one who has a beak like that. Or Mrs. Furtado. What's her name? No. What's your old psych teacher?
Bro, you're asking the wrong person,
What
man.
psych teacher?
Yeah, not psych.
Longano?
Miss Longano. Yeah. Potato.
Miss Longano.
Miss Longano. Yeah, she had a beak. Yeah, similar. Hey,
Shout out to Miss Longano.
Yeah, shout out to Westall. If you know, you know, man. So that moves us to our next game, which is on Sunday. The first game back on Sunday at 4:00. We have the Raiders versus the Knights. So where are you going with this game, bro?
Definitely the Raiders, man. If the Raiders can beat the Storm, I'm tipping them to beat the Knights as well.
Definitely.
Just too much class in that team. The addition of what is he, the Palmy halfback? He is a Palm, yeah?
Yeah,
George
he's
Williams.
Yeah, I mean, not very. There's not a lot of teams that can throw a long ball against the Storm and still score.
How crazy was that long ball leg?
For him to do that,
No, that was 6th and last, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. And the Storm doesn't matter where they are, they're always picked as one of the top teams. But for the Raiders to actually come out and beat them, that'll be a massive boost for them, because they know they can beat the Storm now. And I guess the only other team they'd have to look out for is the Roosters and possibly the Eels.
Yeah.
And just too much class in that team for me. Yeah. So Raiders for the win.
What about you, my bro?
Yeah, same. I think Raiders have way too much class. Yes, there's still a few more young fellas still playing in the Newcastle side. So, yeah, obviously experience will always get the better of the that inexperienced. But yeah, they seem to play really well against the Storm, and yeah, they'll be looking to back that up as well. So.
Yeah.
And I think we're all in agreement. Easy. Raiders, the way they played against us, like I said, George Williams, Jack Wyden, C&K, off the back of Josh Hodgson, man, they dominated with these new rules. Their forward pack stacked: Josh Papali, Dynamis Louis, Joseph Tarpany, Elliot Whitehead, Hallsborough. Mate, what a team! And then you have Rapana off the bench, and you still have Emre Gula, which he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I think this is his rookie year, or I'm not sure, but I think this is his first year though. But he's doing well. With Mitchell Pearce back, it might make a difference, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think Raiders just going to dominate them so easily. So yeah, Raiders for that game, easy. Okay, moves us to the next game. Suncorp.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Hey, you want to introduce this match? Yeah,
Bro, so we got the Mighty Titans versus the Tigers, and the Titans are gonna wipe the floor with them.
This time he's back in it.
I'm actually hyped for this game. So Holbrook's actually come out and he's chopped quite a lot of the players. So we've got quite a few guys coming in to start make a name for themselves. So we've got Tanner Boyd on the bench. I'm actually excited to see him get on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he gets on quite early.
Oh, young even.
Even Young. So we've got Young who's going to come out. Looking at Aaron Clark to hopefully pick up his game from last week. He's out there as our starting hooker, so can only expect good things from him. Jamal Fogarty, I think this is his make or break. If he doesn't shine in this game, then might be time to actually give him the word or give him the tap on the shoulder and pull him aside. But I'm actually quite excited for this game. Not too confident with Tyrone Roberts at fullback, but maybe they'll rotate in between Roberts and Philip Sammy. I don't know, but yeah, just those young names like Tanner Boyd, Jamin Jolliffe. Hopefully I've said it right. Like, those guys have got me really excited. And Sam Nosoni and Futu Aika last week, bro, like, they were the only thing that kept the team going.
They killed it.
So, Fodawico, man, if you need to get him on your fantasy team, just saying. Fuck, man's a meter eater, sorry.
Yeah. So that's me, boys. Now let's hear you guys.
Did you back the Titans too?
Yeah.
Bro, the man. Oh yeah, you did. I thought you were gonna give the Ming rap, and then say, yeah, but I'm going for the Tigers this match. What about you, bro?
I think the Tigers will be too good for the Titans. They did struggle in their first half against the Sharks, but they came out with a lot of firing power. I know Joey Leilua ended up starting to pick up his game in the second half and started running pretty hard. So, a lot of their the back three or the back five started putting a lot of holes in the defense of the Sharks. So hopefully they can do the same. Benji started to show some of his skill towards the back end of the game against the Sharks. So hopefully they can still continue that against the Titans as well.
Hey, bro, what does Jamin Jolliffe, what position does he play?
So I'm pretty sure he can cover the backs, anywhere in the backs, but I guess it'll... Geez, I wouldn't know where to put him, to be honest. The only thing I can think of is possibly swap him with Tyrone Peachy, chuck him in the centres and bring Peachy into the forward if we need it.
Yeah.
So I think by the looks of it, it looks like they've gone for like a quick fit interchange. Yeah. Which will probably mean that some of those forwards will be coming off and hopefully... Well,
you only have one forward on your bench. That's Bryce Cartwright. So
he shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be there?
He shouldn't be there.
He should be starting?
Hell no. He should be below the reserves.
Well, yeah, so that looks like you have a speedy bench. So
Yeah.
You might expect more minutes from Fodawico, so if you haven't got him, get him on your fantasy team, mate.
Actually, I was going to say that, like, bro, where's all the forwards? Like, you got no replacements for your front row, so it looks like they're going to be playing some long minutes.
For me, sorry, bro, but I'm going to have to go the way of the Tigers. I think, the way they played in the second half last week, I agree with the bro here, man, it's dominated. Harry Grant, mate, what a hooker he is. And the team that he came from, if you don't know.
Well, they traded him, but...
no way.
Sad guys. They don't want to keep him.
But, I love Harry Grant, the way he played, man. Killed it. I've been a fan of Dewey too. I'm happy that he got to stay. He gets to go back to fullback again. Man, Nofo Luma, what a player! Can just turn it out from anywhere. it's going to be interesting to see where they put Corey Thompson in the future.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do bad at fullback.
It was actually he's actually a really good player.
Yeah. So and like Nofaluma, like any one of them three can play fullback. So
Yeah.
I guess they're just going for something fresh. But yeah, I'm just liking the Tigers and the Titans. It'll be interesting to see how they go because you have a lot of young players, don't you?
Yeah.
Like your forward pack looks like they're the vets, I guess, in a way, or the most experienced, but everyone else is really young. So
I guess if they were looking at a good time to try and blood some new players, like why not this season? You know, especially with everything else that's happened.
yeah,
Like,
experiment, eh?
yeah, exactly, man. I mean, I'm still holding on hope that we'll make the top 8, but like the reality is that we're probably nowhere near ready to make that step yet. So yeah, man, like I'm quite happy with what Holbrook's doing. Still think Ash Taylor probably really needs to
Step it up
a notch. But like I said, I'm excited for this game, so I can't wait.
See how we go.
Game, yeah.
Awesome. And the last game of the week is the Doggies versus the Dragons. This one's going to be a pretty. This is for me. It's hard to pick.
Yeah,
this is the
hard
bottom of the table match. Where you going, my bro?
I think I'm going to stick with the Bulldogs. There were moments in the Bulldogs game against Manly that I felt that they could have probably properly execute some of their plays. But I think Bulldogs should be. The Bulldogs should be all right to. They have.
Kieran
Foran's back.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be pretty interesting now that he's been included. So I think if Foran's going to be there, there's going to be a lot of structure definitely. So he'll definitely be able to lead the boys around the park a lot easier. The Dragons, you don't know what's going on with them, and at the moment you don't know what's going on with their headspace. So personally, I'll probably move a few players around in their back line. But I just don't see them walking away with the win against the Bulldogs.
What about you, my bro?
Yeah, I'm going back to Bulldogs again. I actually thought Kieran Foran was coming back last week, but he's actually back this week. So that was our mistake. But look, Kieran Foran, you can't not rate the guy. He's been around the park a few times now, so he knows what he's doing. He's quite experienced, and Jeremy Marshall King, I actually like him as a hooker. He's actually pretty good. So definitely backing the Bulldogs on this one.
For me, I'm going to go opposite. Man, I know they both played trash on the weekend.
Aren't you Bloods anyway?
No.
Red V.
No affiliation. I'm going to back the Red V. I just feel like if you compare like the team list, like individually these players against, if you have to go by position, I reckon Dragons dominate the Doggies every position. But I don't know. It depends on how hard McGregor's going to be on the boys. Like for this week, they've done a few little changes. So it looks like Dufty's been dropped. Corey Norman's going back to fullback. I don't really like a lot of these changes because then it's hard for the boys to gel.
Yeah.
They need consistent because they've been changing Corey around. I don't mind him where he plays, but they need to just keep him somewhere. Ben Hunt, bit iffy, but we'll see how they go. But I think with these names, and now they're bringing Bully on the interchange, right? He's going to come off the bench, Isaac Luke. So that might lessen Cameron McInnes's time, but it gives them another depth, which when he did come on, like last year, when he was coming off the bench, he was making an impact. So I'm hoping that them playing him this week will do the same thing. And that's where I'm going. So that's our tips for this round. This round was some games are straightforward, but it's like the same as the last one. Pretty hard, especially this last game too, to tip. So let's get into some topics. So the first topic we're going to be talking about is the speed of the game. So as we've mentioned throughout our evaluating the rounds, we've talked about the speed of the game and how some teams have dominated compared to others. One team that was a notable standout was obviously Parramatta. So why do you think Parramatta stood out so much, and why do you think that they were able to their game plan Like, how was it so easily executed? Fuck, I don't even know what the word is. I'm trying to go so fancy here. What do you think Parramatta was so good at, like, executing their game plan against the new rules?
It's kind of hard to say why. Man, across the park, man, everyone kind of put their hands up and wanted to play. But I don't know. The speed of the game, man, I don't even know what to say about the speed of the game, man.
It's definitely quicker.
Yeah, it's
you can
quick.
notice it. It's quicker.
It's definitely quick, man. There was like less stoppages. So like even with the 6 again call, with the ruck infringement, man, you don't even really notice that it's 6 again.
Yeah.
Like if you don't listen out to the refs actually call it,
You wouldn't even know.
you wouldn't know. Yeah. So
100.
yeah, it's definitely made the game a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because of the speed of the game. So yeah, I think like because it's now more entertaining, you'll probably see a lot more points, a lot more like line breaks. Like players are starting to get tired a lot more easier because the game's continuing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably the reason why Parramatta were pretty good.
What about you, bro? Who do you think? What do you think about the speed of the game? What's your thoughts?
I'm a bit 50-50 on this one. Reason being, like, yeah, it's a good thing the game's a lot faster, but that's why we have touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Like I felt like, yeah, it was fun to watch. It was good. Like especially those teams that really took advantage of the whole rule change and stuff. But at the same time, it was I felt like it was turning into very similar to touch, where you know that pace and that speed and a game of touch was coming across in the NRL, and like what the game's going to look like in the future. I think that's the path that they're heading down. Like, I don't know. This is just my thoughts. I think it takes away the ability to put on those big shots, like because the game's so fast. On defense, you don't have a lot of time to actually set your feet to line to be able to line people up, because you're always on that back foot trying to get back and then coming up. So for me, like I said, it's 50-50. Like I'm liking it, but I'm not liking it. I guess the true test or the true breakdown for me, whether I will like it or not, will probably be in Origin. To see this rule in Origin. So yeah, that's what I said at the moment. I'm still on the fence. I haven't seen anything that's made me jump up and down and say, yep, let's keep it. Yeah. But I guess only time will tell as we go throughout the season.
And yeah, I agree with both of you. I feel like, but with the game being this quick, for the teams, you're going to notice which teams haven't been preparing properly.
Yes, definitely.
You'll see that if especially if the players in the middle of whatever team, if they start to become more flat-footed and they're not agile enough, teams are just going to just keep hitting them, keep dominating them. And I like the speed of the game. It's gone really quick. We're probably going to see more attacking, which has been a thing for a while because of the wrestling and all that. But I don't know if you've noticed, they're holding people up more. So I think they're getting 3 in a tackle to hold them up, and then when they're held, they chuck them on the ground. So that might be their wrestling maneuver tactics to slow play the ball down. But I'm happy with the one ref. And they were able to control the game. It was so smooth. The boys listened straight away. We did see some, challenges, but I reckon those challenges were only used because they were there. They probably didn't need to at times for different certain teams. But one ref worked. The new rules, they worked well together, so I'm happy with that.
It feels like they're heading the way of the NBA, where it's all about that flashy play now. I remember in the early 2000s, where in the NBA it was more your set plays and stuff, and now it's all about the alley-oops and all that. And I think the NRL is heading in that same direction, where they're trying to make it more of a flashy game, whether that's a way to try and attract more viewers and more supporters.
Yeah, true.
I don't know, but that seems to be the same direction that they're heading in.
That's an interesting way to look at it, to be honest. But I think there was something 3 million viewers for the first game back, I think, something or it might have been more, sorry. Maybe 300 million or 30 million or something like that.
300.
For the first game, did you say?
Yeah, for the first game. I think there was that many people who tuned in. I even saw that there was there's some. I think it's like a low broadcaster back in America, and they backed the team. Fuck, I wish I remembered off the top, but yeah. Maybe I'll put a picture here or something like that, or article here, if I can find it. Moves us to our next one. So, as well as the speed of the game, so one thing that they trialed, and I was a bit with it, was the sound effects. So, I'll go with you, bro. What did you think about the crowd sound effects?
Yeah, no, that's got to go.
Yeah.
The crowd sound effects got to go. The fake crowd's got to go. I don't know if you saw, but I think there's a screening process to how you can actually get your face in the crowd. And it turns out that one that slipped through was actually a serial killer.
Wow. How did they know?
I was reading the article on it. I think it was the Raiders and Storm game. Like there was.
No, it wasn't a Raiders or Storm fan. Don't try to associate us with them, bro. That's the doggies, bro.
Yeah, so like they actually they must have caught it on camera for them to bring it up, but the guy that they focused in on is a known serial killer. So
what?
You know.
So do you reckon? Because who was talking about it? I think I watched Fletch and Handy or the Matty John show, and they talked about it only cost you $22 or something like that, and you take your picture and you can get your face in the crowd or whatever. So was he the serial killer, or was it just a face of a serial killer?
I think it's a face of a serial killer. Someone must have paid the fee and sent that photo through.
Yeah. Because you can put a picture of a dog. Like there was some dogs. Yeah, true.
So whoever does the screening process, mate.
Yeah, make sure
want to do your job properly.
Especially not during our games, man. You're sending the wrong message to the kids, man. What about you, bro? How did you think of the crowd and the sound effects and all that?
I don't know, like. Actually, I didn't mind it at first for the Para game because we're winning. So I thought the crowd was cheering for us. So I think when I listened to, I think it was the Storm game, and I heard the cowbell in the background. I was like, where's that coming from?
Yeah,
how's that cool?
I thought that was pretty cool. Because it's like when you're there, bro.
I thought you didn't like it, but
I don't. Keep.
Yeah, I know. I'm half with it. I do like it, but I don't like it. Yeah. It's hard to say.
For me, yeah, same. I'm half too. One thing they could have did say, I did like it when they did the Storm game, because if you've ever been to a Storm home game, there's always the Storm man playing the cowbell, sorry. Ding, 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 ding.
Amy.
Oh, come on, boys. You know what it is, Melbourne, bro. Anyways, so I thought that was pretty cool, but I like it technology wise, how they were able to make technology that they were I think they're, depending on how the game were going, they had certain buttons that they could press to engage the crowd or disengage the crowd or whatever. From a technology standpoint, I think that's bloody amazing, but I feel like it took away from the game. Like, even though you don't really notice it because of their camera angles, like only showing those like zoomed in shots, I just feel like I want to hear the huss or the fuck you, cunt, or the
you could still hear it.
Yeah, you could hear it, but that fake crowd just, I think, needs to go. But leave it for the Storm game so you can hear the ding, 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 ding. But yeah, that was my thoughts on that. Oh man, we got time, man. Let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about chops of the week. So, mate, if you were me and you were watching the rugby league and you noticed that there was a lot of shit chops. When I'm talking about shit chops, I'm talking about bad haircuts. So, for example, like that. But this is bad. There were some really, really, really bad ones on the weekend. Let me put this back on.
Twins.
Let's start with my shit chop of the week. One haircut, like besides all the Peroxide boys, shout outs to me and TJ. I think the worst haircut that I saw was probably Matt Moylan. So I'll put a picture of it here. Mate, I don't know if you saw, boys, but his hair was all over the place. There was no shape, no nothing, no fade, no nothing. And I felt like teams that didn't have their boys in tip-top shape with their fades played awfully. Storm were one of them.
What
Second
about the Broncos,
one were the Sharks. Broncos? Nah, they were faded, eh?
They were all faded and they still played.
Yeah, true. Maybe there's no direct correlation between your fade and the way you play, but I can say that Canberra Raiders were faded. Even Hillsborough had his fade. and they bloody dominated us. So I think there is maybe a little bit of just get your boys to bloody take. Maybe they thought it was round 3 a week later and they weren't prepared.
Show some pride, boys.
Yeah, man, show some pride and get a bloody haircut. And all those peroxide boys, bloody change your hair. So he's my Matt Moylan. He's my shit chop of the week. Which way you want to go?
Well, I'll go then. I may as well. I think my one was Clint Gutho, the captain of Para. Honestly, it looked like he just woke up. I think it's the past couple of years he's pretty much been bold, so it's not surprising that he's trying to outgrow it again.
Yeah. It was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Like mid-length is like a weird length too.
Yeah, it's like the length where you can't style it.
Yeah, you can't style it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all guys go for that, man. You get to a point where you can't style it anymore.
What about you, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna have to go with Jai Arrow on this one.
Yeah, that was a rude mullet.
Man.
I reckon he cuts it himself.
The
I
Connor
don't know
Watson.
if he was trying to go with like a mohawk into a mullet sort of thing, but it just didn't look right for me, man.
Yeah, and like notable mentions too. On Jaira's one, I don't know if you saw Pappy's haircut. It was like similar. It was like a half mullet, half short, half.
Yeah.
That was trash. Other notable mentions was Ray.
Unnotable.
Big casino.
Vunivalu, man. All you Fijians, bro. And another worse one was bloody Viliami Kiko.
Yeah. Ooh.
Man, it's worse than mine. Like you could see blonde and then the bleach, the white. And mine is like an orange, yellow and white. But yeah, you could notice it too. So yeah, shout out to those boys. Go to the barbers ASAP or go to the hair salon.
Unlucky boys.
Dye your hair back to your original one, get your faded and sort your shit out, boys.
Act professional, boys.
Yeah, come on, be professional.
We know a barber if he's looking. We know one.
Yeah, harder. Fresh barbers. Nah, jokes, bro. I meant shout out to Shop and Ready Barbers for Bro Dad. I need to go there this weekend to get a fade.
All the islanders are getting mullets, man.
Yeah, hard.
Mullet proper.
I did a mullet for a little bit, HP boys, but nah, not anymore. Next one we're going to is players or teams to watch for the week. So maybe we'll start with the bro here.
Cool. So team to watch for this week is definitely the Titans, man. Just look at the. And I'm not saying.
I don't know if you're being serious.
I'm being serious, all right. Look, just.
What? Press that button again.
Just because of the.
Speechless. That's all he's got to say.
Yep, Titans team of the week to watch.
Yeah. And after they play,
Welcome to the Gulag.
what about you, my bro? What you got?
Game of the week, man. Definitely has to be Para against Manly, man. Can't go by it. It's going to be a good clash. I know in the past couple of years we've had a bit of rivalry, so I reckon that's going to be my game to watch for the weekend.
For me, I agree there too, but I'm going to go with the Warriors. Since how they played last week, I'm curious to see how they go against the Panthers this week. That this match is literally going to make or break the teams for their season. Players to watch in that game. Definitely Cody Nikarima again. We've got the two forwards in Tanoa Brown and Katoa. Man, I think this is a start or something like. I think Warriors always had mean forwards, but it was just the halves that like nothing against SJ. But yeah, I think they were always lacking in that department. So I'm hoping with these with Cody on. I wish Harris Tavita was playing too.
Yeah.
Maybe get rid of Blake Green. Not really sure.
I thought he would be considered for this week at least.
Yeah, we thought he was playing last week.
Yeah.
And Cody bloody smashed it. But anyways, yeah, so that's where I'm going. So we've all said it. And last but not least, rookie watch. So rookies to look out for or to continue to look out for. Maybe I'll kick this one off. I'm happy that Tex Hoy is on the bench for this game, even though Kalen Pong is back. So definitely do keep an eye on him. But I'm going to have to go with the bros last week, Tana Boyd. I feel like Ash Taylor and I'm not sure on the Fogarty. Or is it Fogarty?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Fogarty.
Fogarty. On his playing ability or whatever, but something needs to happen to Ash Taylor, or they need to move him on. So I'm excited to see what Tana Boyd's going to do when he gets on. But yeah, otherwise, besides him, Tex Hoy all the way. What a player, man, and definitely get him on your fantasy team. Let's go. What about you, bro?
I know last week I said Tex Hoy was probably one of the debutants to watch. I think now that I've seen a lot of the debutants this week, one player that really caught my eyes was one of the forwards for the Warriors, and that was Kato. I reckon that man, he just knows how to run his lines properly, and that's exactly what you want for a back rower to do. Is just run his lines and just run straight to the half and give him a hard day. Because the halves are the ones that set up all the plays, and if you give your opposition half a hard time, it usually tends to struggle. So, yeah, I reckon Elise Kato would definitely be a player to watch.
Fun fact on that, I think I saw on an earlier podcast I watched today that this was his first, or he's only been playing league for a year or something like that, 18 months. He was an ex schoolboys prodigy, and now he's playing league. Yeah,
nice.
So. Shout out to him, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Sweet. Yeah. So for me, Bradman Best. I'm not sure if he's a rookie or I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, he started this season. I'm pretty sure.
So he definitely one to look out for. And again, Tana Boyd. Like, man, you don't know how excited I am to see this guy get out there and do his thing. So yeah, Tana Boyd, Bradman Best. Keep a lookout.
Cool, awesome. Well, we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you everyone who's been watching or who's made it this far. We appreciate your support. If there's anything that you would like us to talk about, any discussion topics, any teams or players or anything that you want to talk about, want us to talk about in relation to rugby league, let us know. Like DM us. Follow the Building Empires podcast for more content. And we'll update you next week and see how our tips go. So
Cool.
Can't wait for the league this week.
Yeah,
I can't wait. It's going to be a great week, I reckon.
it is.
Darryl, bro. If you're watching, Darryl, run it straight to you.
Whoa!
Calling out for Darryl, bro.
And on that note, take care, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Let's go.
Let's go.
Peace.